The Houston doctor accused of stealing a vial of the coronavirus vaccine. The charge against him has been dropped. Let's go live to Sherman Chow to find out exactly what happened. Sherman?
Yeah, Mia, this case has generated a lot of attention. It was officially a misdemeanor theft charge. The price tag actually fairly small, $135 for 9 doses of the vaccine, but the implications much larger. Dr. Hasan Gokal, a Harris County public health doctor, was accused of stealing a vial to help friends and family skip to the front of the vaccine line. This was when he was at a county vaccination site in Humble earlier this month. Now, he argues that this was at the end of the day, the already opened vial was going to spoil, that he couldn't find anyone else to use it, so contacted friends and family who qualified. The DA's office says that Gokal drove from Atascocita to Sugar Land and administered a dose to his wife, among others. That violated health department policies, which says that expiring unused vaccines should go to a hub site. We asked the DA today about the drop charge. This was during a press conference on the botched Harding Street raid. She said she was not prepared to discuss Gokal's case.
All the evidence will likely be presented to a grand jury, and probable cause may be determined by that grand jury. Judges do not have the exclusive authority. So we'll see, we'll take that kind of as it comes.
Now, Judge Bynum has ruled that the affidavit does not establish probable cause and ordered that the defendant be discharged. So we will see if all this goes to a grand jury. Now, the doctor was fired from his job, and his lawyers issued this statement, which included, quote, "We appreciate today's outcome and will now transition towards a wrongful termination suit that an apology by the Harris County Public Health Department and the DA's office will not be enough." The issue of expiring vaccines going to waste has been one that we have seen around the country. We did ask Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo about all of this. She, too, declined to comment. Back to you, Mia.